What up, y'all? It's your main, and I'm back with another 5 Millennial Gamer Things. So let's get into it. Old ESRB ratings. If you're watching this, you probably know what the ESRB stands for and what they do. But for those that don't, the Entertainment Software Ratings Board reviews games and gives them a rating based on content like violence, character language, and sexual or suggestive themes. The ESRB is an independent board that formed in the 90s when companies like Nintendo and Sega were under fire for allowing games like Mortal Kombat on their consoles and were supposedly promoting violence to children. Growing up, we had these peppered-looking logos for a little and ratings like K to A, which eventually was replaced with rated E in the new millennium. There was also EC for early childhood. These were more of your educational type games and often had Sesame Street or other fictional characters on it. The EC label was actually retired in 2018. Rated E10 came around in 2005 and was meant to be the middle ground for games that weren't quite for everyone, but also didn't quite fit that teen rating either. Anything with an AO rating you can buy on PC or get some content removed and have it bumped down to an M rating because the coffee is just too hot. Sibling beatdowns. It's one thing to game against friends around your age or similar skill level, but it's a whole different beast playing against that family member that's older. For me and my cousins, it was always fighting games. Whether it was Fight Night or Dragon Ball Z Budokai, I was getting absolutely demolished like I was Mae Young. But of course, you can't just play once. It was a good fight, and you got close. So you play again, and again, and again, only with the same results. By this point, your composure is long gone, and you got some tears forming. Maybe they'll cut you some slack next game? Hell no. They win with a flawless victory instead, adding salt to the wounds. But as we got older and stayed on the sticks, we were not able to only get revenge on those that beat us, but also kept the tradition alive by giving out those same beatdowns we got. It's character development or whatever. Arcades. I'm aware that arcades are still a thing now, but they aren't what they used to be. Back in the day, arcades at the very least were dimly lit, had a ton of neon, and were pretty damn loud and could be found in just about every mall, movie theater, and laundromat. I can remember hearing sounds like Soul Calibur 2 off in the distance as the people in front of me were going to war in air hockey. The theme song for Daytona USA or Ice Ball off in another direction, along with the sound of tokens being dispensed and the Konami track sound all happened from another direction. Not to mention the games themselves weren't a mobile game blown up to a larger screen for tickets. This was long before Angry Birds, Temple Run, or Injustice. And the prizes. Yeah, most of the time they were something small and cheap you'd buy and likely lose within a couple days. But damn, little man loved those paratroopers, samurai swords, and sticky hands just to name a few. I know I'm old enough for barcades, but a lot of what they have there is just outside of my era of gaming. But who knows, maybe I'll open up my own one day. Console colors. Starting with the 5th and ending with the 7th console generation, we saw a lot of different colors. Nintendo as a whole comes to mind with the Game Boy Color, Advanced, SP, GameCube, Wii, and all the DS handhelds. In particular, the Nintendo 64 had what was called the Fantastic Series, which consisted of an array of colors for the control deck and the controllers too. There were 6 different colors in total, and that doesn't even include any of the special editions that may have released also, like the gold one or the Pikachu editions. And of course, Sony and Microsoft both had some colors for their consoles as well, but most of these were some sort of special edition or exclusive to Japan. And I get why it's not the norm anymore, it's just too damn expensive to do. And it's not a guarantee that bubblegum pink is going to sell as much, if not more than radioactive blue. Buying a skin or side plates is much cheaper on the company's side, I'd imagine. Multi-game disc. I remember the year my cousin got his OG Xbox, and he got the bundle that came with Sega GTO2 and Jet Set Radio Future. I was like 5 or 6 at the time, but my mind could not comprehend. 2 full games on one disc? What kind of magic is this? Not to mention trailers for upcoming games, and Xbox Live were on that disc too. Xbox had a couple different variations of this multi-game disc bundled in with their systems. I really don't think we even played Sega GT. JSRF was just off the chain, and honestly had a long-lasting impact on both of us. That's it for another 5 Millennial Gamer Things. What was your favorite game at the arcade? Did you have a fantastic Nintendo 64? Let me know.